Hey, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Courtney,
We're exploring our past
looking forward to our future,
and living for the present
all
while
while
learning
learning how to
how to live
live
magic.
magically.
You sound thrilled to be here.
Woo! No, I am thrilled to be here.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like we're always like, ah, ah, ah. And like, this is an alternate reality. So
Fair enough, fair enough.
also I have a
Um,
basil plant next to me, so don't mind while I sniff the leaves of basil, just casually. Anyway,
you do you.
right. I
But
always do.
whatever brings you joy.
Right. Oh, this one has like a little worm eating it. Oh my God. Okay,
Ew.
great.
Okay.
Here we are. Nature indoors.
Hi, how are you?
You what?
I said, hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm here. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Tired.
Yeah, we have a lot to unpack. Like, I mean, via discussion, but also I bet you have a lot to unpack in suitcases.
Yeah, and mentally, but we're not going to do that here. But
Yeah. Subscribe to our Patreon for behind the scenes mental unpacking that we will only discuss with a select group of people. No,
okay, I'm sorry.
I'm
Oh,
screaming. Uh, let's talk about swim. You had
okay.
swim today.
Yeah. Brooke started swim lessons again.
I mean, you didn't have swim. Well, yeah, you had swim.
Oh, I had swim lessons too.
You had swim. That is wild. Like, wow. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's like it's a whole
I
you
just,
know?
I can't remember. Maybe I'm like a bad Floridian or something, but besides like my own backyard, sometimes we get like a little inflatable pool for the summer or something like really tacky. I don't remember the last time I've been in like an aqueous body in front of like people, like
Ah,
it's like a production to like what bathing suit do you feel good in today? Did you shave your legs? Did you pack the towels? It's like a lot.
so like truly that is like the hardest part about swim. So we did swim last year too. Um, we have a pool, so it's like obviously I want Brooks in swim, just
Sure.
God forbid. But the whole thing of like, okay, I have to get him in a bathing suit. He has to wear like the special diaper. And then I also have to have a change of clothes for him. And I used to change my clothes there too, but now I just like drive home wet because like it's just a whole production.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you do with your kid while you need to change?
Last year it was like fine because he wasn't like walking or really mobile. He was only
Right.
like 6 months old at the time. So we would just like sit him there and he wouldn't move.
Right.
Now, if I was to try to go change in the little changing things, he'd be like crawling underneath and
Totally.
on his way. So yeah, I change him in the trunk of the car and
Smart.
I just go home wet. But it's just like a whole thing. And so we were supposed to start last week and last week got canceled because the weather was bad. It's an outdoor pool.
Okay.
So now this week we have it 3 days in a row.
Okay.
So we had swim yesterday, had swim today. So his bathing suit from yesterday and mine was still wet. So
Right.
yeah, I had to get his new bathing suit, which was like fine, but then the towels were still wet. So now I have like two sets of wet bathing suits and towels. Now we're gonna add another tomorrow. And it's just
Are you like whipping it home in a towel?
yeah.
So like if you got pulled over, you'd be like in a towel and a bee suit.
I literally thought that today I had passed a cop like right by my house and
Yeah,
I was like
yeah.
my bathing suit and towel and I was like, man, if this guy pulled me over right now, I'd just be like, listen up, bro.
Yeah, like let's be
Oh.
real.
Yesterday,
That's
Kyle
wild.
worked like the night shift, so he came with us,
Okay.
and we were planning on like running to Lowe's afterwards. So I like ducked down and changed in the back of the car, which was like a whole thing. So
Yeah.
it's a lot,
Yeah.
let alone also participating in swim.
Right. Also, are you in a group class or is it just like you, Brooks, and the teacher?
No, we're in a group class, and this class is much bigger than we were in last year. And we are with April and Sophie, so I'm not
Oh,
alone.
right, right, right.
But last year or yesterday, Brooks loves the pool. When we were just at Disney, the kid loves the pool. He was
Nice.
like trying to jump in by himself. He loves the pool. And I was like, you haven't
Great.
even swim lessons this year. Like, settle down. And he was like putting himself underwater on purpose. He was loving it. So then we get
Oh,
in the pool today and he's loving it, but then other kids are screaming bloody murder. So then it made like him also start crying at parts too, because they all like feed off of each other. And it
right.
was just, I couldn't hear the instructor. Everything was just, oh my God, it was so much. It was like, this is insane. Not as
Yeah.
bad as gymnastics, but
I
it
don't know.
was,
You're kind of doing like aqueous gymnastics.
yeah, but he can't run out of the pool.
True, true, true,
And I was
true.
nervous to do, he like is supposed to, he learns how to climb out of the pool by himself and
Yep.
then and jump back in. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna climb out of the pool. I'm gonna be in the pool and he's gonna go running. Like that was my fear.
Totally.
But no, because he wants to just get back in the pool right away. So
That's the dream though, right?
thankfully that bridge is not an issue. Phew.
Yeah. That's wow. A lot of dynamics there too, because like I'm thinking about the two sides of a group lesson. Like if Brooke sees Sophie climb out of the pool, stand there, jump back in, then like maybe he's more likely to do it. But also if Sophie climbs out of the pool and takes off, is Brooks
Exactly.
gonna do it? Like there's like so much dynamics
Oh,
there.
oh yeah. Yeah. It's
Oof.
and so we like leveled up. Last year we were sea horses. Now we're sea turtles.
Screaming.
Um,
Okay.
but he's like they're both at the younger age of the sea turtle class, so all these other kids are like much older around him, which doesn't seem to be a problem this time
He's
because
advanced.
yeah, well, and this time like all the older kids are crying and he's not, so I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
go Brooks, go.
Go Brooks go.
Yeah. Anywho, so
I have
uh,
I have like a parenting question for you as a person who is very lucky and has like family around. You have like plenty of I know you do so much on your own. You also have like some backup. Some
yeah,
backup. I'm not saying like whatever. Anyway, my question is, you don't have to put your kid in like daycare, whatever environments.
mm.
When, as a person who like just gets to choose that, when do you choose that?
Well,
When
I'm
they have
sure.
to?
Well, I'm sure everybody's different.
Sure. But like, what's your thought process there?
My thought process is like he'll go to preschool.
Which is four, right?
I think it's like 3 or 4. I think there's a program that's like right by our house that he can go to when he's 3 that is 3 days a week and
Nice.
really like just the mornings. And I would like to do that.
Nice.
Yeah. But some days lately, I'm like,
Chuck him off.
you better watch it, kid. You're going to daycare soon.
Get
You
out of
know,
here.
yeah, if you don't chill. Yesterday, my family is very like close to us, but I definitely don't utilize them as much as I
That's what I was
should.
trying to say. Yeah.
Um, and even yesterday, I had some orders to package. We were exhausted from the trip, and Kyle had to work late last night, and then Brooks is going through a sleep issue right now, so we were just like so tired. And I was like, I knew my mom was off, and I also she had a 4 day like weekend, so I didn't feel as bad if I was to like ask her to watch him
You got a 4 day weekend?
because she gets Tuesdays or 3 day weekend because she gets Tuesdays off. So because she had Monday off. Anywho, I was like, should I
Nice.
call mom and just like ask if she'll watch Brooks for a couple hours? And
Yes.
Kyle's, yeah, do it. And then I didn't do it. But so I like a lot of the times I'm like, should I just like go drop him off for a minute? And Kyle's
Yes.
always, yeah, go do it. And then I never do. I really don't
I get it.
call in help unless like I have somewhere that I need to be that I can't bring him or whatever. But I should,
Yes, yes.
especially now that he's crazy.
I no, I get that. And I think that's also like a sometimes it's hard to ask for help. Like, and your mom loves it. I, to my knowledge, your mom like loves hanging out
Oh,
with Brooks, would do it without being asked. Like, it's not that she's like annoyed about it.
no, not at all. I'm just so bad at
It's in your mind. Yeah.
yeah, I was so bad at asking for help like before having kids. And I thought
Right.
sure once I had Brooks that I would be like I would ask for help more, but I definitely don't.
Yeah.
And I just feel bad because my mom does like she still works and she works a lot. So she gets like 2 days off and like you don't want to drop your kid off on her day off, you know?
Totally. Totally.
But I also have my grandmother who I could also call but anywho.
Yes. No, I think this is actually something I think about a lot, not from like a child perspective, but just from like a adults asking for help
uh,
perspective. Stephanie and I talk about this a lot too. Um, why don't we? And also like as a person who loves to help, like
mhm.
loves it. Like if you called me and you were like, "Can you just help me, I don't know, email some order information out to people?" I would be like, "Yes." One, I would feel like empowered, excited, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
no part of me would be like, "You're annoying."
I know.
At all. And I know same with
But
you. So like
yeah,
why don't we ask?
I would never ask that because in my
Right.
I'm gonna think that you you think even though I know that you wouldn't. I don't, yeah.
That's I want to know like why that is. I want like a psychologist to respond here and tell me why we don't I don't mean like ask for help all the time, but like
But I also do know some adults who are not afraid to ask for help.
sure, same. Same. And
So like
maybe that's why.
is it like an upbringing thing? I don't know.
Maybe it's an up yeah, I don't know. I think about like when you're at Disney and you have Brooks, it's
Mhm.
like or any adult with a child, I'm like, chuck me the kid. I'll take the kid. I don't ever have to carry a kid around. You know what I mean? Like I'll
Right.
do it. It's cool. I'm down, whatever. But then
You
I'm also
like
like, well, this is also like your time at Disney with your kid, and that's like really the point of living, right? So like I don't want to take your kid from like
no, like
what's the right choice here?
I remember like we went to go like ride a ride and you're like, I'll take him. And I was like, oh no, that's okay. Like I don't want to like pawn the kid off, but you're like, no, you like want to, but I still
Right.
like inconvenient. I don't know. It
Isn't
is
that it's like wild. It's like
what
what do you how do you yeah. Anyway, anybody who has thoughts on that, let me know.
what is wrong with us?
Yeah, what is wrong with us? I'm conducting a social psychological experiment.
Great. Actually, I don't want to know the answer.
I
Um,
know.
anyways, anything from you? You
Uh Nothing exciting. Been eating a lot of turkey sandwiches this week, which are pretty great.
oh, I'm
That's
jealous.
that's my update.
Great.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Oh my God. Okay. Anywho,
Uh I did some garden updates. That's nice to share. Our backyard's looking pretty fruitful.
oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I always remember going to Lowe's with you when it was 120 degrees that one time.
I don't remember that at all. Why did I make you go to Lowe's?
I think we just like needed something to do because we were laying on the couch all day and we opted to go to Lowe's.
Great. Love that. Was it before or after we went to Target for the Mario Kart experience and skipped around in the race car shaped shopping carts?
That was years later.
Oh, great. We got a
This was
lot
like
of years under our belt.
kind of recent.
Oh, great. Love that. Why would we go to Disney when we could go to Lowe's?
Yeah, see, I don't know. It was like really hot.
But Lowe's is outside. I mean, the
It
part
was
I go to.
because we were in like the gardening
Of
area.
course. It's the only part I go to.
Yeah, I don't know why we went.
Yeah, that's wow,
I,
interesting. Okay.
anywho, okay. So
You were here.
I have a recap.
Yeah, I want to know everything.
Oh, great. Okay, I'm gonna leave some stuff out, but um,
Subscribers only.
okay. We went to Disney. It was the Remillard family trip. We traveled obviously me, Kyle Brooks, and then Reed and Ange. and then my father-in-law, my brother-in-law Todd, and his daughter Sadie, our niece. Big
It's a
old family.
lot. So 3 rooms,
3 rooms, yes.
packing it in.
We stayed at Coronado Springs, did not get upgraded.
Was wondering.
Did not. Um, Not only did we not get upgraded
Oh
to the
God.
10, we were in the furthest back room
Of
from
course.
the food. Um, it was fine, whatever. But Coronado Springs, I like it.
I love Coronado Springs.
I mean, I love the tower. We've been over this a bajillion times.
Yep.
Love the tower. And my only thing is that it's like deluxe price to get in the tower. But
Yeah.
even we were in like the village, whatever rooms
Hmm.
this time, and they were all definitely like renovated and pretty nice. So,
Question for you about Coronado, not the tower. Are the
yep,
rooms, the buildings are kind of short, right? They're like 2 or 3 stories only.
two. Yeah.
And is there an elevator? Or you like chucked your luggage up the stairs?
I don't know if there, so we were first level, so I don't know if
Oh,
there's
oh, nice.
an elevator, but because I like Old Key West
Yeah.
does not have an elevator.
I don't believe that that's like legally true, but I agree with you also.
It's kind of crazy
Yeah.
because we have Brooks's stroller. So like every single time we were going up to our room when we stayed with my parents, we were at Old Key West, and it was like always a whole thing to get the stroller up the stairs. I was
Well,
like,
and
this,
both
we don't,
Coronado and Key West are motel style, right? Like doors on the outside.
yeah.
So that also confuses me with elevator. I mean, I know there can be outdoor elevators, but like,
But I do like when I mobile, well, not mobile, or I guess mobile. When I checked in,
yeah.
one of the options was to be near an elevator, so maybe they have an elevator.
Oh. This is like a sidebar, but I just read that Disney is now using AI to help with room assignments. And I'm like really, for all the times I stay in a Disney hotel, LOL, thinking about a way to game that system. Because I wonder if the AI says like, oh, you said room 2154. That takes like easy, assign, right?
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, interesting indeed.
Yes, we stayed at Coronado.
Upgraded rooms.
No upgrade, downgraded, really.
Well,
Um,
but they're like nice.
they were, yeah, they were nice. They were nice.
Yeah.
They were just wasn't in the tower.
Yeah.
Um, okay, let's start it off. So we get to our room, and then Thursday we go to Disney
You
Springs.
get to your room Thursday. Landed Thursday.
Land Thursday.
Yep.
We check in, leave our stuff, and go to Disney Springs. We were just planning on eating lunch. Remember how I said I couldn't get a reservation for City Works? And
Yeah.
like I checked Open Table. I checked like because I know that they are a third party, so it's like, oh,
Yep.
maybe not on the app. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So our plan was just like to hit up like a like chicken guy or something.
You
So
walked in.
Kyle was like, let me go check. And we got a table for 8 of us. And it was probably like 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. So like prime dinner time.
I wonder if a lot of people cancel or something.
I don't know
Like
because
no show.
they like to Disney Springs, I like pulled up the app to like look for a last minute reservation and there was nothing. So
Yeah.
but my takeaway from that is I guess don't just fully believe that there's no reservations at a sit down restaurant. Maybe press your luck and ask because I thought for sure, like let alone getting a table for like two, but like a
Right,
table
right,
for eight,
right.
just very bizarre. I don't know.
That is crazy. And it was a holiday weekend. Again, I just want to keep
That
remembering that.
let's just remember that because this is the craziest part of all, really. Um, what else did we just like kind of like
Wait, did
look
the fam like City or what's it called?
City Works?
Yeah, City Works. Did they like it?
Yeah, I think the food was good. There
Great.
wasn't games on at the time, but like
Oh,
there was a game on, they'd be like living because they just like that's all they can talk about is sports. They don't know anything else. So
right, right. Well, and
uh,
lots of beer options there.
yeah, the
That's
boys
like
did.
unique. Yeah.
Yeah, I got like actually Ange did too. Smash Burger tacos.
Oh, were they good?
They were really good.
Good to know.
So there you go. There's that. Um, we walked around a little bit. I have a shout out to make because I've only been there once and it was with you. Everglazed Donuts.
Oh, yeah.
I went once with you and I was
Yep.
not really impressed. And I got
Same.
a s'mores donut.
Never been
And
back.
yeah, I've never been back because I was just not impressed. The place looks, it's so cute, but
Hmm.
they, they literally only serve donuts. So give me the best donut I've ever had, you know?
Totally.
And when I went with you, it was not the best donut I've ever had.
No.
But it was on our way out, so we stopped and got two donuts and we ate them the next morning. And I'm not gonna say that was like the best donut I've ever had, but it was way better than when I went with you.
Nice. What do you
So
think was different? Do you get like a different type of donut?
yeah, we got a fruity pebbles and then we just got
Ooh.
like plain glazed.
Oh, maybe that's the secret.
Maybe. So I don't know. Fun little fact there.
Okay.
Um,
Wait, I have a question about Disney Spring. Okay, so everybody in the fam has been to Diz before, but like years ago, correct?
not Sadie.
Besides Sadie, all the adults.
Yeah, but like they were like the kid like Reed and
Little.
Pride were probably maybe elementary school age, which
So
also Tom took them then. So
got it. Oh, I see. Okay. Um, what was there? I think it's like such an interesting experience probably to go to Disney Springs first because Disney Springs in and of itself is like pretty impressive. Like it's something to see.
yeah,
And it's not even a park. There's no rides, there's no
right.
whatever. So I think it just like introduces scale of like this is a huge place.
Yeah. What's your question on this?
Just like was anybody like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy," or like what did they think about the Lego store, like the
So
statues outside the Lego?
we didn't get that far down. Um,
Okay.
because we parked basically by the movie theater
Okay. Oh, so you stayed like all on that side.
on like the new Disney Springs side.
I would call it all the new Disney Springs side. In fact,
Well,
I would call that side the old side. That's where like
like Lego though was like di
old.
downtown Disney.
Yeah, but where you were used to be like Disney Quest.
Well, I feel like it's like the built up Disney Springs side.
That's interesting that you feel that way. I really think of, I mean, I guess it's all been there because, like, on the other side, the Christmas store has been there forever.
Yeah, we didn't make it that.
It's just like all different. And then there's also like a second, the thing about Disney Springs that's like new to me is a lot of it used to be parking lot, and it's now like a second row of stores and stuff.
Right.
Okay, so you didn't get to like World of Disney?
No,
You're killing me. Okay, great.
I would have went there. What do you want from me?
You all
Uh,
got rental cars. That all went fine.
we all got rental cars, all went fine. We
Great.
did. So I brought Sadie some pins that I had found in a bag from years ago. So I
Amazing.
like let's pin trade, and I bought her like a little fanny pack so she could pin trade. So we did our
You're
first
so
pin trade
cute. And she
at
thought,
Disney Springs, and she thought it was really cool. She's like, I just
cool.
pick whatever one I want, and I said, yep, and you trade them, whatever. So and the first one she did was at the Marvel store, and
Oh yeah.
had said to the woman like working, I was like, this is her first time pin trading. And while she was picking her pin, she like made a little button that said celebrating my first pin trade. And I was like, oh
Oh,
my God, love that.
that is so cute.
Sadie's favorite part of Disney Springs was probably the M&M store. Yeah.
Screaming. Okay, great. I mean, great.
Yeah. Because I guess you can like make your own M&Ms. You like print them.
Did she though?
Yeah.
Oh, well then yeah, that is pretty cool. I mean, I could do that at home because I have a cookie printer, but
Right. So she thought that was like really cool. She put like Slay Girl on one of them or something. Slay.
kids
Uh,
these days.
yeah.
Okay.
She's up with the times. Anywho, we
Screaming.
got we it was an early night. We got up early.
Sure.
Yeah, so that was kind of pretty much all we did. And we had an early morning Friday,
Did you take the fam into the tower at all? Like just to show them like the bar, I don't know, restaurant, whatever.
obviously.
Okay,
Um,
great.
we did check in. Like we checked in. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
You checked in person. You didn't check in
Yeah.
online.
Well, because I needed to make sure that they all had like keys because we couldn't be using the phone, you know?
Got it. And
Yeah.
they gave you plastic squares, rectangles?
Yeah.
Great. I didn't know if it was like magic bands. Why did they don't do magic bands anymore?
Not for free.
Wow.
And
Okay.
it's cheap.
Good. Let's cut down on the
Uh,
e-waste.
but the your key card is also like your park ticket. It's like
I
all
only ever use a key card or my phone. I was never a magic band person, but okay.
yeah. So we got those, yada yada. Okay. Let's move on to Friday. Ready?
Great.
Have any further questions?
No, thank you. You've been so. Oh, I do have one.
Oh,
I Now you like mentioned this once, and Coronado is the only hotel I can imagine the configuration. In the room in Coronado, you got like a regular room, correct?
yes.
Okay. So you had like probably two beds.
Yeah.
Okay. And then is this correct? There's like a exposed sink area that has like a sliding door,
Yeah.
and then
Barn
there's
door.
like a toilet and shower that has like a real door.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you push Brooks in a crib into the barn door area at all?
Yeah, we tried and he won't sleep there now. He'll nap there perfectly fine. He will not sleep there. So he ends up sleeping in bed with us,
In
which
bed with you?
yeah, which last time we had a king size bed, so it was fine because like I was on one side, Kyle was on the other, and he was in between us.
Yeah.
This time we didn't have that, but if you don't know, you can call, not only can you get like a pack and play in your room, but you can get bed rails.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you can get also in our research to see if you can get bed rails, did you know you can get like a box fan?
No, that's so nice.
Yeah, because like some people need a fan to sleep, you know?
Totally.
You can just call and they'll send you up a box fan
For free.
for free.
That's pretty nice. And the pack and play's free too, right?
Yeah, and the crib and the bed rails and all
Yeah.
that.
That's so nice. Also, where did you stay last time that you had a king size bed?
Riverside when we were with the McGills.
That's the thing. They have like a regular hotel room with a king size bed.
I think every one has a king size bed option. It's just more expensive.
I didn't know that. I thought that was like a DVC, like a one bedroom
No.
situation. Oh, great. Okay.
Okay, Friday. So Friday we get up and we are rope dropping Magic Kingdom
Yes.
and we're taking a bus. I know. Look at me go. And so we got there early, rope dropped.
Wow.
Fun fact about Magic Kingdom rope drop is like anybody can get in early because if you stay at the resort, you get in at 8:30. Everybody else gets in at 9.
Okay.
You can get through the gates and whatnot, but they start blocking off like right in front of Tomorrowland. You have to show that you stay on property. So you could like rope drop early.
Really?
Yeah. So you could like go if you're not staying on property, you could be there at 8:30 and get your Starbucks and see the castle and yada 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 and like be on your way at 9.
How do you indicate that you're staying on property or whatever?
They scan you in.
There's somebody standing there with a reader at like
Yeah.
the
Remember?
entrance to Tomorrowland.
Yes.
That's wild.
Remember back in the day during like extra magic hours, they would do that?
No, because I never really stayed. I never really had extra magic hours.
Yeah, but you'd come with us and like, okay, well, anyways,
It's crazy. Okay.
so let me try to explain our lightning lane situation because I, not to toot my own horn, crushed it.
Yeah, but I think people know that because now you're getting like grilled about it.
I know, but
So good. Tell us.
I feel like maybe my voice can talk about it better than my text on Instagram. Okay, so when you get lightning lane, you can do it a week before you check in for your entire stay.
Okay.
You can pick 3 rides. One in the top, one in tier 1, and then 2 in tier 2.
And are you picking the times at that point also?
Yeah.
So like this is another like ADR situation where you want to be on at like 12:01 exactly 7 days in advance.
7 a.m.
7 a.m., 7 days in advance.
Yes.
Got it.
So I had picked I didn't pick tier 1 as either Space, Peter Pan, Tiana's or Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
I opted to,
Wild.
I know. I opted to do Jungle Cruise because it was a ride that all of us could ride.
Okay. Okay.
And
Wow. Wow.
I know. And I've seen in the past that that one gets taken up really fast. So I know.
Wow.
And then I did Buzz because we know that Ange was dying to ride Buzz and I
Yeah,
wanted to ride her.
we need
And
to
then
talk about that.
Pirates because Pirates was over by Jungle Cruise
Nailed
and
it.
I was trying to do these in the morning.
Yes.
So we rope drop and I was like the only people that wanted to ride Space Mountain was Kyle, Todd, and Sadie. So I said
Really? Not even like Reed?
no.
Okay.
So we
Oh,
rope dropped for Space Mountain and I said, you guys go to Space Mountain. We stayed back and got our Starbucks.
great.
Now, I will say Tron didn't open until 9 a.m., so they still waited probably like 20 minutes for Space Mountain, which really isn't bad at all. But that's because everybody was like, oh, let's go ride Space because Tron's not open. But, anyways, um,
Oh.
yeah,
Tron at this point in time has a walk-on queue.
yeah, always now.
Okay. Or you could pay for the super
And-
extra deluxe premium pass.
correct. They ride
Okay.
Space and we meet and we do People Mover.
Wait, so you're like living the dream. You have coffee, you have people mover. Great.
Exactly. I have everybody on People Mover. And then we get off, and I see that Buzz is only a 5 minute wait, even though we had a fast pass. Or
Great.
so I'm like, let's get on Buzz, and I'm going to change our lightning lane. So we ride Buzz, and I change our lightning lane, but already I can't get anything. Like I wanted to make people wanted to ride Haunted Mansion, so I snagged Haunted Mansion, but it wasn't until 6 p.m., which was fine because we were going to
Sure.
come. So I already had Haunted Mansion now,
How
and
are
now.
you how are sorry to interrupt. How are you getting um feedback like you're saying like people wanted to ride Haunted Mansion? Did you like give them a map at some point or something and say like here are the list of rides or people at this point knew like I heard once on the internet about Haunted Mansion. Let's do that one.
By people, I really only mean Reed and Ange.
Okay.
They looked up stuff.
And everybody else was just like go with the
They
flow. Yeah.
sort of, yeah,
No preference. No like yeah, okay, got it.
yeah. So I changed our Buzz to Haunted Mansion for later in the day. Now we're also early for Pirates, but Pirates is only 5 minutes. So we walk over to Pirates, we get on Pirates, and I change that fast pass and I get Pooh, which it wasn't until again like 6:30, but fine.
Okay.
After Pirates, I look and I see Tiana's only like 25 minutes. I know.
What is
And
happening? Okay.
I, holiday weekend, Friday, what's
Right.
happening? So Kyle's like, I think we should do it.
It's
So
the epic universe effect. Okay, continue.
yeah, but I had talked to people about that because I was like, for me, you couldn't catch me near that place on opening weekend.
Totally agree, but like some people are nuts.
I guess so. And then I mean, but you have Epic Universe open. There's certain like local annual passes that are blocked out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't, but yeah, I don't know. So Tiana's was a 25-minute wait, insane. They ran over to ride that, and
Who?
everybody except for me and Ange and Brooks.
Okay.
So we decide you're gonna be so proud. I thought of you. I took Ange and Brooks to see Country Bears Jamboree, which also was my first time.
I feel like you're gonna have a good review here.
I freaking loved it.
It's so cute. It's so country, right?
I loved it.
Yeah, right in the
Brooks,
title.
Brooks loved it. I was dying.
I'm so
Like,
happy for you.
Ange is probably like, this is why are we here?
Yes.
And I'm looking at them like, look at that bear's fingernails. Oh
Yes.
God. It was,
Yes.
I loved it. But
Yes. The talking heads on the wall, my favorite part.
so good.
Yes.
And I mean, okay, so I've never seen it before, but now it has all like country versions of Disney songs.
By like kind of famous people, I think.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I know the words, and Angela's like, I thought you'd never seen this before. And I was like, this is from Zootopia, girl.
Right.
Like, come on. It was so good. When that one bear came from the ceiling, not to like,
Yeah.
give it away,
Yes.
Brooks was like, Oh my God. He was loving it. It was so good.
Oh, I'm so happy.
So,
I also want to give you like a brief flashback moment. I don't know if your brain went to this place or not, but when I think of you, me, and the Country Bears Jamboree, what do you think of?
I don't know where you're
Okay.
going.
I it's like burned into my mind. Do you remember years ago, you and I think like I was doing Periscope, you were doing like giveaways in the park, and
Yeah.
you and I hid something near Splash, and then
Yeah.
we like
Yeah.
hid behind a wall at Pecos Bills
Yeah.
and like watched for people to come find it. And I remember the woman who came running was like, I abandoned my family in the middle of the Country Bears
Yeah.
Jamboree. They don't know where I went. I could have had explosive diarrhea. Like, I just saw your post and I had to run and get whatever it was. It was like a
It
pin
was
or
like a
something.
butt.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
button, a button. It was so
I
good. And
do.
so that's what I
Yeah.
think of.
I do remember that, but I
Yeah.
forgot the Country Bears
Right,
route.
right, right.
Um, yeah, so I loved it. So good
Good, good.
at him. And then we were leaving that and the why can I never say this word? Cavalcade
Cavalcade. Yeah.
cavalcade was coming through, so we stopped real quick and watched that. And then by
Nice.
the time that went by, they were off Tiana's, and it
Great.
was time for Jungle Cruise. So we rode Jungle Cruise, and I was able to then get another ride, which was our tier one. I got Peter Pan. You're welcome. Um,
Hey,
yeah, but not until like 8 p.m.
fine.
Great. We ate Casey's and then we went back to the resort because it was getting hot. Took a break. It was like noon time. So we did all of that from like 8:30 to noon.
What do you think the highlight was for the crowd?
At this point, for like Sadie, it was still space.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. A thrill
Yeah.
seeker.
Yeah, she's more into the like adrenaline rides for sure.
Great.
Yeah. Um, Reed was trying to like hype up People Mover because he knew it was my favorite, but I think he was just like making me happy, you know.
Yeah, that's nice. What a good
Uh,
guy.
then we left, took a break, and so now remind you, now we're gonna come back for like 5:30. I have a paid lightning lane for Mine Train
Hmm.
for those who can ride, and then I have a paid for Tron, and then I already have stacked now Haunted Mansion, Winnie the Pooh, and Peter Pan.
Amazing.
Yeah. So we get there. We yeah, we do all of that. Me and Ange went with Brooks and met Goofy and Donald over at the circus.
Great.
They had a little break between Mine Train and Tron, so they went into Laugh Floor, and Sadie got picked for to like talk, so that was
Amazing.
fun for them. And then Ange and I probably went and saw the show right after them, and our show was just like a bust. Not,
Eh.
you know how it's like hit or miss.
Right,
We
right.
got a miss. After we rode Pooh, I was also able to get Little Mermaid. So in the afternoon, yeah, we did Mine Train, Tron, Pooh, Haunted Mansion, Peter Pan, Little Mermaid, and then got out of there before the fireworks to because we were on the bus, so
Mhm.
we didn't want to like. But it was a full day. We basically rode everything except for It's a Small World, which I don't know how we missed that,
Yeah.
and like Dumbo.
And okay, tell me again about cost. How much is a lightning lane for one person?
Well,
I know it's like you got to pay for the extras, but just for the basic one?
it changes each day, which I think is a little icky from
Yeah.
Disney personally. I want to say like in Magic Kingdom is definitely that most expensive, but I think it was like 27 maybe a person.
So like unbelievably worth it. It sounds like you got to go take a break in the middle of the day.
I know. That's why like to me, Lightning Lane is a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's different. If you're like if you live here, it's different. But
Absolutely. Absolutely. But if you're only traveling, like even if you're like you go like a couple times a year, I still think it's worth it. I mean,
totally.
granted, like usually we've always had our annual passes, so it's like we're not even paying for tickets. So like
Right.
us for a Lightning Lane is whatever. Um, I think it's worth it. I think it's even more worth it when you're with a big group like we were because I can say, "Hey, we have to be here at 10:30.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
we here at whatever." So you're not like, "So, what should we do next?"
Yep.
But
I love
um
that.
it was worth it 1000%. Also, we stopped at Briar's Nook. There's an Aurora cone right now.
Oh, yeah.
So good. Hit the spot. Oh my God.
Ice cream.
Yeah. It was
Nice.
strawberry and blue. It just said strawberry and blue. I don't know what the blue flavoring was, but it was
Disgusting.
it was
Okay.
so
Yeah,
yeah.
wait, what else? What else happened on the food front?
Yeah, that Magic Kingdom food sucks, okay?
I know.
So like I we got Casey's at like noon,
Right? What'd you eat
but
for
then
breakfast? Donuts.
we had donuts and then we got like Starbucks. We like got Starbucks, so like I think Reed
Sure.
got a sandwich, but yeah, I basically starved everybody. But
Great.
their food there is terrible.
Terrible. And expensive.
It's true like theme park food, which I understand
Yes.
theme park, but you go to any other of the theme parks and they have like
Amazing. Yeah.
food.
Yes.
And Magic
Agreed.
Kingdom is like if you want chicken nuggets or a cheeseburger.
Yeah. Yes.
That's it. I don't, yeah, they need to get it together. And even the sit down restaurants at Magic Kingdom to me are really heavy. Besides
My
the plaza, which is still kind of basic food, it's you can go for like a Thanksgiving meal. No, thank you when it's 95 degrees.
Tony's, which is
Tony,
great, but like super heavy.
well, I mean I love Tony's, but I
Same.
want pasta and bread when it's 95 degrees out.
Yes. Yeah, correct.
To me, Crystal Palace, maybe it's good food, but it's not worth the price.
Because you're not like a poo person.
I'm
You're
not
right.
a person. I don't really care. However, I do know now that they have the churro Mickey waffles,
Yes.
which might convince me to go. But um,
Skipper Canteen is
yep.
like such a horrific miss for me.
I've been there once. I didn't love it. Their menu is like way like different out of the box, and
That's
like
what I'm saying. It's like so weird. Can't we just
yeah,
get like something between hot dog and fish eyeballs?
it
Isn't there
truly
like something in the middle?
like anything.
Like a
I
chicken. Just give me like a chicken breast, really.
yeah,
Yeah,
Magic Kingdom.
agree.
I I do not understand how nobody has stepped in and fixed that.
Agree. I will say still that the two things I live for at Magic Kingdom right now are the ham and cheese thing at the back.
Yeah,
And there are some really good like glazed, I think they're like hot honey glazed tenders near Tiana
yeah, we
with
did
like
see
waffle fries. It's garbage food. It's garbage food, but at least it's
they
like
have, beignets over
something.
there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
But even long, long, long time ago, I believe I was probably with you. You used to be able to get like quick service food at Be Our Guest for lunch.
Yes. Yeah.
I think they did quick service breakfast and lunch,
Yep. Yep.
and had like a fancier dinner.
Which was
Now,
it was a stupid idea on their part because they can make some people live and die to eat there.
well, yeah, so now it's like a sit down expensive meal for
Right.
all. I don't.
Right. Right. Right.
Anyways, that was that. Um, okay, the next day, Saturday.
Wait, did you do any sort of like grocery delivery or anything or just like diapers?
I did the Instacart and I got a case of water for everybody and then I just get like Brooks snacks. I don't really get like us
Yeah.
snacks and his diapers and that was really it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Saturday we go to Hollywood Studios.
Mhm.
But first we went to Rick's for breakfast
Yeah, I know
over
it. It's like a sports bar.
yeah, fun fact apparently I now know it's at its third party.
Yeah.
Yeah, our service was meh, the food was meh. The only thing that
Yeah.
was good was my coffee was 10 out of 10. It was a churro ice latte.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, that was good. Uh,
I would have predicted that only because that place always has like 1 million open reservations at any time.
Should have probably known,
Yeah.
but it was just like an easy
Yeah, yeah,
restaurant
yeah.
for breakfast. So we did breakfast and then we like hung out at the pool and then we didn't go over to Hollywood Studios until around 2. So I
And
already
why?
because I was trying to not be out in the heat all day.
Great.
And to me, Hollywood studios, you can get it done
Hmm.
quickly, especially if you have Lightning Lane. And
Hmm.
listen to this. So it is Saturday of Memorial Day weekend.
Yep.
Like, I just need to remind the people of that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Our Lightning Lanes that I had already chosen were Toy Story Mania,
Hmm.
Tower of Terror, and Mickey's Runaway Railway.
Great.
So we go in, we have Mania, we rode that. Even Mania though was our only 35-minute wait at like 2:30 in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Amazing.
What is
Wait,
happening?
and can we reflect back now that Ange has written Buzz and Toy Story? What's the overall takeaway there?
She still is like loves Buzz.
That's
She will
great.
not,
Amazing.
will not hate on Buzz, but I mean everybody can admit that Mania is better.
Sure.
But I mean that's obvious news. Buzz is getting a refurb, you know?
Right, right, right. Because of us. Great.
Also, for you will be proud, for the first time ever, Kyle and I were able to work together and like get the spaceship to
Yep.
open up so we could, first time ever. Great.
Amazing.
I know.
Good.
So we rode Toy Story and then we went to Roundup Rodeo for lunch.
Hmm.
That everybody enjoyed that, which is
Good.
and if you ask me, that you find a restaurant that all 8 people like. Um,
It's a sleeper. Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah.
I don't really like barbecue food, but I will sit there just for the sides.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Happy
not
as
there for the meats. I get the vegan one and it's
I
amazing.
you've talked about that. We didn't get the vegan one, but they now have a new salmon on the menu, which you can get like the regular barbecue plate, and then they'll bring over the salmon as well. And it was really
Amazing.
so yeah, it's a sleeper. Get it if you haven't been there. We did that, and then we did Mania. Everybody, not Mania, sorry, Runaway Railway.
Yep.
Everybody loved that. It's still Brooks' favorite ride. He's
Nice.
obsessed. So funny. He at the end of it this time, like you get to the fireworks scene, and he was clapping, like he was
Oh,
for it. Um,
wow. That's wild.
I will say, so I'm that person you go with. You probably are too. But I'm like, okay, do you see we're like in the Chinese theater? Do you see how we're like in the theater, everybody? And just like, okay, yeah, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And then you like go through a thing, and I was like, do you get it? And she's like, what? And I was like,
Screaming.
do you get what happened? And she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, we're now like in the cartoon, like we're in it. She's uh
Did you see
yeah,
how their outfits changed?
yeah. She's like, I wouldn't have got that. Like, no one would have got that, which is a little, I don't know, it's kind of interesting to me. But
Yeah, 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 yeah.
we did that, and then we had time to kill, and it was really hot. So we did like the little short sit in the AC, the
I
baking.
saw Reed and Angie's picture with Potato Land, and I was like, that's great.
She was living for that. She loves potatoes. Then,
Amazing.
afterwards, we went and met Olaf. He was 5-minute wait. I could
Amazing.
not. We walked right in. That was my favorite comment of all that Sadie had. We were leaving, and she was like dead ass serious. She was just like, he really does give warm hugs. Like that was like a good hug. And
Oh,
it wasn't, she's at the age where she just says things to make people laugh, you know?
right, right.
He was like dead serious.
That's so cute.
It was really cute. So, and then Todd, Sadie, and Kyle went and rode Tower of Terror.
Hmm.
And me, Reed, and Jim Brooks went to see the Muppets.
So proud of you. Great.
Yep. Um, then we met up and we went to Smuggler's Run, which I made a lightning lane after we scanned in, but that was only a 15-minute wait.
That's unbelievable.
I'm not even done. Okay. Then,
And especially the studios of it all is really surprising to me because also they had two new shows open.
not yet.
Well, weren't they in previews?
Maybe they were in previews.
Yeah. Maybe it was cast previews. Maybe it wasn't like
Yeah, I'm not
soft
sure.
open. Okay.
But still, 15-minute wait on a
Yeah,
Saturday.
crazy. That's what I'm saying. Crazy.
We do that, and then I had a fast pass for Alien Swirling Saucers, so we all rode that. Brooks this time was like actually afraid. He was like holding on for dear life to Kyle. It was pretty cute.
So cute.
Then we get off, and it's starting to rain. So, but they have their Rise pass. So me and Ange and Brooks like kind of started like going to the front. and they went to ride Rise. 20-minute wait.
Unbelievable.
I was like shook. I could not believe that.
Yeah.
And like
Huh. I
the
wonder
only ride
why.
I had like an hour wait, they're like 55 minutes wait was Rock and Roller Coaster and Slinky.
Which, like, sure.
Yeah,
That's
so
very interesting.
I know, I couldn't believe it. So they wrote everything except for Slinky and Rockin'. It was 6:30 at this point. It like the sky was about to open up and it was like, do we stand around and try to kill time until Phantasmic? That was the plan. It just like wasn't worth it.
And you still have like PTSD from that time we went into studios and then like,
Exactly.
yeah, it rained ferociously.
Right. So we had two cars. Me and Jim Brooks ended up leaving, and like it started pouring when we were walking to the car. They rode Rise, did a little shopping. They got poured on, walked to the car. Yeah.
And in these scenarios where you guys are split, is Kyle like the default leader?
Yeah. And they were like, they couldn't believe that he like also
That's
knew
amazing.
it.
Yeah, he's well trained.
He is trained. He is trained.
That's
Um,
amazing.
we grabbed some quick service at the hotel, and that was that. So
Great. Did you there's like a new ramen bowl at the hotel. Did you see it?
no.
Oh, people are like into it.
Oh,
I don't know.
must.
Ramen is the last thing I want. I mean, unless I'm like freezing. It's the
Yes.
last thing I want on a park day.
I
What?
don't know. I just couldn't get over that Rise was a 20-minute wait on.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I was
unbelievable.
shocked to see Rise at a 20-minute wait anytime, but let alone on a Saturday holiday weekend. I was like,
Wait, so had you paid for a super deluxe lightning lane for
yeah,
it?
yeah,
So did they ride it twice?
no.
Oh, okay.
But at that point, you should be giving us our money back.
Yeah, or you should have ridden it twice.
True, but anywho,
You
uh,
didn't ride it? Oh, because somebody has to watch Brooks. Or is it like not a pregnancy ride? I'm trying to think of like
not a pregnancy ride, which is a little silly. Like Kyle was like, "You can ride Minnie's Runaway Railway. Why can't you ride Rise?"
the rules are so random.
I think it's the seat belt.
Oh,
Like
maybe. Well,
Minnie's Runaway. I'm talking out of my ass. Okay,
I
I don't.
know.
But like a bar on Minnie's Runaway Railway, you can kind of like brace yourself for, perhaps, where the seatbelt is like straight across my belly.
That's valid.
I don't know. I'm making
Yeah,
things.
I don't know either.
Okay, moving along here. Sunday or last day, we did Epcot. We
Okay.
got there early in the morning. This is where it's a little interesting about the lightning lanes. The lightning lanes at Epcot tier one, Remy's, Frozen, and Soarin'.
Right.
So I obviously pick Remy's.
Hmm.
It's not until like 1:30, but our first ride is Spaceship Earth at like 9:30.
You can do Remy's.
Yeah,
You can do Frozen.
I probably could have. Yeah,
I'm just amazed you didn't, that you said like, so obviously I picked Remy's, but like you are the Frozen queen.
I know Remy's is like a better ride.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I pick Remy's. We tap into Soarin' at 9:30, and right away I go in and check, and like Frozen's already gone, but I can obviously get Soarin' for like 10:30, like in an hour.
Amazing.
But like, why is that a tier one?
Right. Well, because they have to fill their limited rides.
It's just bizarre. Anyways, so we did Spaceship Earth, walked over, did Moana.
Oh, cute.
Brooks
Did
was really
Sadie, what did Sadie think about Moana?
she like loved it because like she was like getting to like do it with Brooks, like
Cute.
show like all the water things. So she was like loving that.
Very cute. Okay.
Did Nemo. We had a lightning lane for Nemo. Everybody was pretty impressed with Nemo because of the aquarium side of it.
Totally.
A sleeper, yeah. Then we did Soren. I did ride Soren. This time Kyle sat back with Brooks so that me and Andrew could
Oh.
do that. Then they went and rode Guardians.
Mhm.
We did like the little short thing to get out of the AC. And
No
then
Figment. You'd rather go to the shorts than Figment. What is wrong with you? Okay.
I had a fast pass for Figment later on that we were going to put everybody on,
Got it.
finish our loop around the countries because we met we went and met them at over at Guardians, and then we started our loop because now the countries are open.
Got it.
It got so hot so fast that we were like, by the time we finished our lap around the countries, we were freaking done.
Well, there's no rest for the weary in the countries.
That's the other. I think I do the countries wrong.
I do too. In the from a heat perspective, are you thinking because like Mexico's inside?
No, I just think like in general, like I don't really stop in the countries, but a lot of the inside things are like restaurants, which like
Right, and stores.
and stores.
Right.
So like we stopped in Japan and we let Sadie get a pearl.
Oh, cute. Did she love that?
She did love that.
Good.
But, like we don't really, I don't know. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. It's like quite the debate for me because a lot of them don't really have anything of note.
Yeah.
Like England, what are you gonna do? Go meet Winnie the Pooh? Sure, but like no. But a lot of the other ones are like films. Like you can go to France and like sit in a film. You can go to America and sit. They're like a commitment of
Yeah,
time.
I know. It's just interesting.
Yeah,
Did the countries, we rode Remy's. Everybody loved Remy's. Like,
good.
and she also couldn't ride as the big rides, and that was her favorite ride of the trip. So
Cute.
fun fact. Um, yeah, what else? I mean, we ate some snacks.
You did like booths.
Yeah,
Hmm.
trying to think of the best thing we ate. You know what the best thing I ate was the peach cobbler, which is next to the new stage where they do like Encanto over
Oh,
by
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Court Hall. The peach cobbler was so freaking good.
Was
So
it at a kiosk or at like a permanent thing?
it's like a permanent building, but it's like it's festival food.
Oh, I know it. I know where you're
It's
talking about.
like
Yep.
festival favorites or whatever.
Yep, yep, yep.
It was so good.
Oh, good to
Also,
know.
right now, I don't know how long they're doing it, but right over in that area, they were giving out free like Starburst candy
I
situation.
know. I'm so disappointed about that. I'd rather have a PB&J, but whatever.
They still do that. I saw somebody carrying like
Oh, I thought they replaced it.
no, because I saw somebody with an Uncrustable, unless they just like brought their own, which they could have. But
Yeah, Disney sells Uncrustables too. Interesting. Okay, okay. I'll hold
yeah,
out hope.
yeah. So there's that. Um, and then we went back and we ate dinner at that restaurant in the middle of Coronado,
Three Bridges.
Three Bridges. It was good. The menu's pretty small and like
Yeah.
very Mexican. Like
I find that place to be very vibe heavy, actual uh sustenance light. The menu sucks. The drinks, I did like a sangria making class there. It sucked. It was like ice water with like hint of
it was
hibiscus. I don't know.
like my father-in-law was like raving about what he had, like talking about like the best food he's ever had.
What
I
did he
don't
get?
He got some sort of fish and then he got like
Oh,
corn dip to begin with.
great.
I don't it was like it was meh to me.
It's a cute spot. It's like a very nice spot.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there though after a park day. Aren't you like so hot? I want to be inside.
So it was storming so
Oh,
bad.
cool, cool.
Thunder, lightning. I was like, we're done for. We're getting struck sitting on this building
Right, like island. Yeah.
in the middle of the water.
Yeah.
The lightning was like intense. And I was like, oh, here we go. This is how we're gonna end the trip. But um yeah, it was okay. We got churros at the end and they like barely had any cinnamon sugar on them. They were like
Yeah.
naked churros. So what's going on here?
Not for me. Okay.
Um yeah,
You came home Monday.
came home Monday morning.
Monday morning. So like not you didn't do anything at the resort Monday. No pool, no
No,
nothing. Yeah.
we left like 4 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, like we left the resort at 4 a.m.
Oh no.
Sadie loved the pool at Coronado, the big pool.
Nice. It's
It was
cute.
fun. She loved it. She was there every single day.
Amazing.
I think they all had a good time.
Yeah, like you did it.
I did it. I do like I think you need to have reservations in the lightning lane to like keep things moving of like we have this to do, we have this to do, we have this to do. So you don't have so much like So where should we go next?
Hmm, hmm,
But
hmm.
it is really hard as somebody who goes a lot of like, what is the right things to show people?
Right. And like such a diverse group. You have like old, young,
Yeah,
novice, frequent.
like you
Yeah.
want to see it all, but I don't know. I think that's why I'm saying about the countries. Like, I feel like there's more to see in the countries, but like, I know that there's really not.
It, I think the takeaway there is perhaps like people don't know what they missed. They
I
had a
get
great time. They had a great time. You can't do it all physically. I
right.
think if you burn people out, because I've been that person before that just like drives the trip, like we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta do this stuff, you
I
gotta see this
know.
stuff. Then people are miserable because it's like you don't even get a minute to appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah,
They don't know what they missed. And like things you can, of course, come back to.
for sure.
And to me, where I get stuck on that is the argument of, or the thought process of like, the next trip would be lame. Not really, but like you hit a lot of the highlights. And so you'd be doing like a second tier trip, but people would want to repeat some stuff. Like,
That, and I think you can always get like, well, I think that's where like they probably maybe don't understand now like how me and Kyle go all the time. But
yes,
because we've like ridden all the rides, sure.
right,
And do
right.
we ride every single ride every time? No. But
No,
now it's like we enjoy the resort more. We enjoy trying like different restaurants
restaurants. Yep.
and that kind of stuff. Um, so I guess maybe if we went again, we would it would be like more chill and relax and like less like
Yes.
bam bam bam. Um, but all my stress was I would say worth it.
It sounds like you nailed it.
Yeah, I just like couldn't believe the crowds for Memorial Day weekend. I think that was like stressing me out. Just like knowing that it was going to be busy and it just wasn't.
That is crazy. Do
And
you
like,
think that also the family, I don't want to say appreciated from like a thank you perspective, but like noticed, clocked that like uh their experience was significantly enhanced because you helped? Like,
yeah,
did they see
it,
the plebs in the standby line and go like, "This is cool. Somebody made us a reservation."
yes, so
Cool.
they did because they like would say it, but I don't like even when we got back to the room and this is not like at them
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
grateful. I think because we did so much in so little of a time, it's almost like they think that they didn't see everything.
That's no, that makes sense. Sure.
So because like we got back from Magic Kingdom and like I said to Kyle, I was like because we've done Magic Kingdom how many times? Like we just rode almost every single ride except for It's a Small World and Dumbo. Like I don't know if they realize that, but like holy crap, we did it all. And he's like,
What?
yeah, that's like crazy. Like and like Kyle and I never do full park days and
No.
we never like ride every single ride like that. So it was even a lot for us. But I think somebody who like doesn't go as much didn't realize that we literally saw the entire park.
Well,
I mean,
and I
or we didn't get to eat in Beast's Castle because like whatever, but
yeah. No, I think people just like read online or see like the the news side of things, which is like uh you don't get to do everything. It's exhausting. There's very long lines. It's
and that's the mindset like Todd had coming into it. He's like, my coworker said that it's going to be so
yes,
we're not like whatever. And
but that's some people's experience.
I know, which is so unfortunate because those people
Totally.
are going to come back again.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. So,
That's why I think that's why you got the to like round it out here, the comment on your social about like, would you offer planning services? And like, I get why you wouldn't. I've done it before. It's not worth it. I mean, to me, it's not worth it, and I don't think it would be worth it to you either. But um, it
well,
is wild the difference in experience a person could have buying the same ticket on the same day in the same park with the same number of people, the same age demographics, like all of that aside, it's like there are
but I
so many
know,
nuances.
like, so, like, my itinerary that we ended up doing, I was in my phone, like, modifying it and changing things, like, as we
Yes.
now, maybe there
Well,
travel agents who will literally just like be on call standby with
There
you the
are.
entire time, changing and modifying your fast passes. But that's just pure crazy because like sorry, they don't get paid enough to be doing that. So
Totally agree. Totally agree. But you know, that I think is like the piece of nuance that you just have that is impossible to have unless you come here a lot. You,
yeah,
you have
that's a
your own internal barometer of like, I would never wait more than 20 minutes for pirates. But people don't like know that because they're
no.
like, I don't know. Like maybe that's
But
a long line, maybe that's a short line.
I had a lot of people we're like overtime here, but I had a lot of people DM me who go regularly that were like, I never get lightning lane because I don't feel like it's worth it. And I'm like,
Well,
good
and I feel that for me it's not worth it. But if
for
I
you.
was in,
You're local. This person, like, a lot of people weren't locals. They come like twice a year and they're like, if we miss it, we'll come back, which
but
is fine.
you
Totally.
don't get it when you come by yourself, really. I guess you do. Yeah, you do.
I, especially with Brooks, we get it
Yeah.
because we can't be waiting in line with him. But I don't know
I think there's like a lot of pieces at play and like what your goals are.
that. But I also, I guess my point here though is like lightning lane. When if I first started getting lightning lane, I feel like I didn't know what I was doing. This
Right.
new of it, and I wasn't. You can go back into our podcast and listen about how it was not worth it.
Right.
And now that I know how to use it,
Right.
it's worth it. But how is that fair to the regular people who come once a year, once in their lifetime?
I think that's people's argument. It's like it's not fair.
They're not going to be able to figure it out by the end of their trip. Like, I only know because we are lucky enough to have visited so many times.
And we talk about it all the time and like, yeah, right.
And I don't even know if like us having this conversation on here with somebody listening who hasn't used Lightning Lane, if it's even helpful. Like, does it even?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just interesting.
You just have to like know. It's like an intuition or something. I don't know.
Because even like Kyle's like, I wouldn't have been able to figure out whatever you did. And
Totally. And you don't get stressed out about it. That's like another takeaway that is important. I think a lot of people would be like
well,
stressing.
but I think that's also because like we didn't end up using it, but I made another fast pass for Figment and Living with the Land at the end of our walk around the country.
Hmm.
And I had a pretty good guesstimate of like when we would be done walking through the countries to hit those spots because they're right there at the end. Same thing with like our Remys. I knew that once they got off Guardians around like 11:30, 12, if we started our lap around the countries, we would be over there between
Hmm.
1:30 and 2:30 to hit Remy's.
Hmm.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, but that's like you can't teach that.
I know, which is unfortunate. So you're just like have people like
Hmm.
standing around like waiting for their time slot. I
Hmm.
don't know.
Basically, people should pay us to be like day guides at the parks. Got it. Done.
It's too hot for that.
I mean, I would take like a couple $100 to do it from home from my phone.
Yeah, but at that point, then these people might as well just pay to either one, get their
True.
premiere pass, or two, go on a VIP tour.
True. True.
But
True.
in this economy, who's doing?
I you're telling me.
Anywho, okay.
Well, I'm glad you had a great, it sounds like you had a great trip. Sounds like everybody had a great trip.
It was a good trip, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Amazing. And you have like a nice little tan, so that's nice.
Yeah, I'm tan. I have like tan lines. Do you
Oh
see
my
that?
gosh. Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Get it, girl.
forgot my sunscreen. Whoopsies.
It
So
was it was hot this weekend.
I have these like polka spots on my arms that I hate, and I
Poke,
just need
poke, polka spots.
polka spots, and I just need like one good sunburn at the beginning of the summer, and like I burn them off, and then they're like gone, and I don't feel as self-conscious about my arms. So
Great.
I like burned them off.
Tally ho.
And
I'm so happy for your arm progress. It's only May. Like, just think of
I
the
know
possibilities this summer.
that's me. Like catch me in a tank top all summer now.
Catch her in a tank top.
All right, we gotta go.
Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for telling us about your trip. It sounds like it was amazing. And I can't wait for you to come back.
I know. I don't even know when that's gonna be.
Don't say that.
I know. I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear it.
Anyways, okay. Well.
Tell us what to talk about next week because now we're back to this place where we don't know what to talk about. Help.
Yeah.
SOS.
What do you need from us? Let us know.
What do you need from us? Something that we all need to debrief on another time is the new Little Mermaid show and how it looks absolutely amazing, but the tail they put on her is a crime against humanity.
Oh, I
Right.
didn't. I'm gonna go look this up right when we
It
get off.
is my TikTok algorithm. Every video is like, we have, this is my takeaway of the new Little Mermaid show. It's terrible. Um, we have dragons flying in the sky down the road. That's like the new technology we're working with. We have flying dragons in the sky. And
Yeah.
this Ariel now went from that show used to be amazing. She would be in the tail, there was a quick change, she would be in a dress, whatever.
Yeah.
Now she's standing on her human legs behind a rock with a fin on it, and she just walks off. And she's in a toddler tankini on the top. It is
I know.
outrageous. It's a crime. There's too many screens. I'm upset. Talk to you next week.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch this.
All
Okay.
right, bye.
Bye.